Okay, this is number 39 on section 8.2. This equation, if you look at it, is not in standard form. It is almost in standard form, but what's wrong with it is that it has fractions here and here, and if you're watching the video, it might be because the fractions freaked you out. That's why we don't like to put things in fractions in standard form, because people get scared when they see fractions. Okay, so what we could do, though, is to get rid of the fractions and put it in standard form. I could, if I multiply everything by 6, wouldn't that get rid of my denominators? So I've got to multiply every single thing by 6, though. So I would have 6 times a third x. Well, 6 times a third would be the same thing as 6 divided by 3, which would be 2x. Okay, 6 times 1/6 y, because remember I have to distribute that to every term, would just be y. And then 3 times 6 is 18. Okay? So now this is in standard form properly. I could have done the problem without putting it in standard form, but probably now when you look at this, you might not be as scared of it as you were when you first started. So let's do it the way we've been doing all the standard forms. Let's find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, and we'll graph with those. So I'm going to draw my x and my y-axis over here. My x-intercept, to find it, I set y equals 0. Okay, so let me get the equation. And that means when I get done, I'm going to have a point, and y is going to be 0. So that's what it means in a point to find the x-intercept. So it's 2x plus 0 is my y, is 18. 2x plus 0 is just 2x, is 18. And now if I divide both sides by 2 to find the x, I get x equal 9. So my x-intercept is 9, 0. Okay? I am going to do this here. I'm going to count by 3s on both axes because I kind of see what's going to happen here. And I didn't make my graph big enough for it, I don't think. That would be 12, 15, 18. So I'm going to kind of make that mark dark up there for 18 because in a minute I can see I'm going to need it already. Because if I find the y-intercept, remember we set the opposite variable equal to 0, so we're going to set x equals 0. That's going to give me the point x is 0, and I want the y that goes with it. So if I say 2x plus y is 18 and find what the y is that goes with the x, remember x, we're going to set it equal to 0. I can find out another point. 2 times 0 is 0, and 0 plus y is y equal 18. So now I've got this point 0, 18. If I go to graph these, the first point, one of the reasons I had to count by 3s is look how big some of these numbers are, and I had such a small space to work with. If I have the x-intercept of 9, 0, that means to go out to 9 on the x-axis. That is the point 9, 0, but you can think of it as just coloring in on the number line the point that's on 9. And then on the y-axis, I got to color in 18. It's the point 0, 18. So if this is 12 and this is 15, 18 was here. I end up having to write over my words because the screen is so small. But if I want to graph it, then I just have to connect those 2 points, and I'm done.